Right. I cannot see me on here, but I can see me on here. There I am. Right, so I need to make sure that mic doesn't die. I wonder if I should just swap it now. Here's the other thing. Hmm. I'll not swap it yet. I'll take the risk. Now that's funny because that is the. Now let me just check. Oh, I've not had any problems with that, but probably because it's been colder. I'll not swap it yet. I'll take the risk. Right, I'll take the risk as part of it, right? Because obviously I've put that in the title. But what's fascinating me is if you are watching this after you watched, if you're watching this after what I just done, which I would advise because they'll follow on from each other, then you'll see that I just ended it from mentioning the scene that I caught today of Total Recall. And I've been channeling about this loads because, yeah, it was when I caught it on Sky Movies a few years ago. It was just always relevant, and it's but so they've made me catch it at that bit for a reason. Um, but basically, I hadn't remembered the last two cards that I pulled before filming that live, and it's quite nuts with what I've just said about needing to go for a risk, and even if you're going to hurt people in the end, you know, you're actually doing them a favor. You're going for what you want because you deserve it, but you're also being kinder to other people in the long run too. Now, obviously, you've got to use your common sense. You know, it depends what this is about, but it matches the cards, right? So these were the cards that I pulled. Like I said, I forgot I was going to do the other live stream first, and then I pulled them. So I thought, right, I'll just put these aside. And this is what I pulled. Now, this is what kind of was freaking me out. This casket card caught my eye. And because I'd already pulled a few, I thought, oh, I'm putting that back. I shuffled, it came out again. So they're like, no, that's the message. So obviously, it is quite extreme because it has got a casket on it. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm hoping this is just talking about endings and beginnings. But I do feel for at least some that resonate with this, you could have had specifically a female in your life pass recently. Because we've got someone going out your life or the end of a situation, women, dealings with a relationship with a woman. So I'm imagining that for a lot of people, it could just be, you know, this is the end of a relationship with a woman, right? So that could make a lot of sense for that scene in that film because he wakes up to the fact he's been sleeping with the enemy. She's a double agent, right? But like I said, for some people, this could be that you have had like a female in your family pass. And I say family because we've got tree that came out first. Affairs with your family. So um I don't even want to dig into what drama that could have meaning for otherwise. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we're going down an EastEnders storyline, but that could it could have other meanings too. But it's like you know what I mean? I feel there's something to do with some sort of family passing or something. Um, so again, that will just be for a small select amount of people. I feel for a lot of people will just be there's something ending, like you know, a situation ending with a family. So like maybe it's a family breakdown, you know, like say there's children involved and it's just the people are not, you know, going to be in the same house anymore. That's family breakdown, or you're arguing with older members of a family or something about your own life or however it all fits. But then we've got the tiger and the lion. That would have been really interesting if it was the tiger and the wolf, my feminine and masculine energy. But the tiger's my divine feminine energy. So some of you might resonate with the tiger as well. I know some of you do. I know Charlotte does, but some the rest of you, or some of you might resonate with the lion. But I'm taking this to mean in this case like feminine, masculine, but doing something risky, taking a chance. Again, that's mind blowing to me because I hadn't remembered I'd pulled that, and that's exactly what I've just said, using the example of Love Island. Like in Love Island, you do need to take a chance, and you need to be brave, because you've signed up for it. You know what I mean? What's the point in signing up for it, going on that, and then bottling it? You know what I mean? Would be my opinion. It's frustrating when you see it when you're like, oh, come on, to fuck, man, they fancy each other. He's bored with her, or she's bored with him, or you know what I mean? It's like it's not nice to see other people get hurt, but in the end, when the right people end up with who they're meant to, it's worth it. And I think that's the message here. And then, as if that's not a big enough message, doing something risky, taking a chance, we've got time to act. I shit you not. I'll shuffle them, see if they come out again. But that's the message. So that is very much in line with Mercury going into Leo, which has just happened tonight. It's about all of that stuff. Again, Leo the lion as well. It's about being bold, like being brave, taking action, you know, fire, passion, King of Wands feeling, Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Wands. I'm going to need to use tarot saying that. But I'm wondering with this whole, it's risky and it's time to act, and family, it could be that family are against this. Like specifically a woman in the family's against this. Now, obviously, if that is actually somebody going from their own family, like a wife or a girlfriend, for a twin flame, then we could see why, you know, there'd be a problem there. But and it, you know, it could be that for some people, but it's or it could even be like this is like exes or something, you know, that still think they own you. But that could equally that could be mums, sisters, cousins, who knows, friends. But I'd say it's family because it's got family. But yeah, so however that all fits, I feel there is an end to some sort of dynamic, and it's time to act. Like it's time to do it, and it feels risky, but it's time to act. So however that all fits, it lets. I don't think I want to use that on the. I don't know what to use on the. I think I'll use these two. I don't think these show up too good. I'll keep them aside. I'll keep them aside for the thumbnail. Right. So shuffle one of these. Come on, soul family. It'll be a lot more fun if people come and join. So what have we got? We scripture. The Lord replied, my presence will go with you and I will give you the rest. You see, but I think that scripture's come out because it's like when you take a risk and you act, you're being carried like God is pushing you. Because remember, like I say all the time, not enough people remind people this. With the twin flame journey, it is a divine union. It is a twin flame union, but it's a divine union orchestrated by God, by the divine. And it's, you know, I keep seeing synchronicities to do this, but it might seem really obvious to say, but you'll know when it's a twin flame because they will bring you closer to God in whatever way that means to you, usually through a dark night of the soul. But yeah, that's basically it. You know what I mean? Like you'll have a deeper, more profound sense of awareness of this energy of whatever you feel God is. And if you don't, it's not a twin flame, basically. Or you've not awakened to it, or they've not awakened to it. But that's basically. I'll use them, but they're a bit too small. I'll see. Um, The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and he delivers them. Right. So with all this wording coming in, I feel someone is being delivered from a dark situation. So I feel this is going to fit in with the shorts because they're showing me just scenes, but I feel somebody is waking up to some type of manipulation. And again, perhaps there could be something to do with family because of that card coming out. But yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what comes out here. Right. So come on, I need people to do this. I need people to. Anyway, I'll crack on with it. Right. So what have we got? Give me the energy of the divine feminine, male or female. So this can either identify who the divine feminine, male or female is. It can also be the masculine's feelings, or it can be the people around the divine feminine. So let's just see what comes out. Prince. Romantic charm, a potential for power. Hello, Charlotte. I was like, come on, soul family. I don't like doing it myself. It's just boring, especially in a Mercury and Leo. So, romantic charm and potential for power. Right. So, I think your prince is showing up, divine feminine. I feel now, again, change prince to whatever, Again, if you're new around here, I usually channel the feminine as a female and the masculine as a male, right? It's just that's what it is in my dynamic, so it's just the way it comes through. But like I said, it's quite funny because if you're new, you'll notice a lot of the females I attract are the masculine energy. So just go with whatever resonates for you. Because like I always say all the time, although it might feel like it, not every single one can be yours, and not every single thing can resonate. Bits of it can. So you got to stay with reality, people. Right. So I feel that is what they're saying. Some kind of romantic charm and potential for power. I feel I'm not led to read the shadow. Like I feel someone's coming towards you in a romantic way and they're feeling it's time to take a risk, it's time to take a chance, it's time to act. Like the tiger's going to pounce, the lion's going to pounce, the prince is going to pounce. Changing the title, that's funny. Right, what have we got for the masculine? Imagine princess comes out or queen or something, that'll be interesting. So, but also what I'm feeling with this is I feel they might be bringing in some kind of past life aspect to this because it's still the Cancer new moon right now. And it's for the Cancer reading, which, like I say, can resonate for anyone because we've all got that energy somewhere. And you see, that's why the family card has come out because family is Cancer in the fourth house. So wherever there is like dynamics where family are involved, for good or bad or indifferent, usually it's family against it. It's going to come out in this one because this is about family, but I can just tell because it's the past and past lives. It feels like this could be, linking in with like past life stuff, like where maybe someone has been an actual prince or something. Mm. Oh, right. Okay. So we've got Seeker, but it did come out reverse. First for wisdom and truth, wherever they are. But I feel that's what you're suppressing because the fourth house is also where people can suppress their emotions, and then it it bobs back up to the surface. Months later, often more often years later, in some extreme cases decades later. But the shadow attribute is inability to commit to a path once found. So I think what we've got here is I'm going to pull more for each, right? But I feel divine feminines that this is going to resonate with. I feel you've got a prince, you've got somebody coming towards you in a romantic way. They're about to take a brave, bold movement. I say about to. I'm going to channel this very excitingly, if that's a word, I don't think it is, because it's Mercury and Leo. But just bear in mind that can happen whenever. It could have already happened, past, could be happening around now, soonish, or it could be further down the line, especially because I read so far in the future. I read the past, the present, the future. But I basically feel you could be dealing with someone that's quite flighty, or you are quite flighty yourself, because it's got inability to commit to a path once found. It's kind of funny because I can see how it fits with what we're saying about the guys on Love Island. It's like it's like they can't seem to make up their mind. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, just not wanting to commit to like one girl and like having to fucking try about fucking 10 other ones. But I feel however this ends up, it's like this person is coming towards you in a romantic way because he's also hiding a bunch of flowers behind his back. So all of this could be relevant. But let's get another one for the. Could you give me the energy of the actual feminine rather than who's going towards them? Or someone around, it could be karmic energies or anything. Oh my god. That's I think that's what I was thinking of when I said your prince, because I was about to say your prince and but what I was thinking of was your knight in shining armor, and knights just came out now. So getting exciting, guys. Who needs Love Island? Loyalty, romance, and chivalry. A love of honor. So your knight in shining armor's coming. But, well, this is a big but, that did technically come out in verse. Oh my god, loving how the nail varnish is matching the card. Just saying. Allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. So, oh my god, I can see how they're still pulling down. You need to watch the one before if you didn't watch the one before for Love Island. But I feel this is really interesting. I feel somebody in the past. What's that saying again? I feel somebody in the past was a bit of like a. Charlotte, what's that saying again? Instead of knight in shining armor, it's like a dickhead and it's something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel somebody. It feels like this is equivalent of like a, although I don't always like when people describe the Knight of Wands as like a player. I feel that's what they're trying to say. Like I feel because it can just be a passionate person as well, like passionate action. Like these cards are saying to take action. But I feel with it coming out in reverse, it's like I feel somebody in the past could have in the past treated you a bit like what I'm seeing on Love Island just now. Like you're just another one. I'll just, oh, there's something shiny. Here's a new one. I'll just go with them now. Um, and it's like over time, this person's feelings have grown, and now they are coming towards you with romantic charm. But in the past, there was romantic delusions, and they could have been distracted. Yeah, but that's quite interesting. Prince and Knight. But also, what's that telling me? Because I keep asking about the feminine, and it's all stuff about the masculine that I'm getting here. This is the masculine in their feminine energy, like very emotional and loving and in love, I would say. But I feel I'm being really pulled to that word, and I feel this masculine. And again, I say it as if it's one, but this will be a group of masculines. Could have at some point felt like their feelings for you was a bit of a daydream or a delusion, like this isn't real, like a fantasy. And that's why they couldn't commit to a path of following this at some, but like for some reason it's forbidden. Right, let's see. I want to see if we get any princess or whatever the equivalent. Right, give me something for the masculine. Although it seems to all be about the masculine. Another one in reverse. Resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Ooh, what's that all about? Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on the behalf of society or oneself. Again, really specific. I'm going to need to get more cards. If they're telling me about the masculine, like this could, if you're a masculine and you go into some kind of fight or something, now, hopefully not physical, but like some kind of heated argument. Again, it could be whatever it is with family about like a romantic interest, like either. Yeah, I feel it. I feel it's something like that. Let's get another one. Thief. Stealing. Oh no, it's that one again. What in the fuck? Guys, what have I said? This I've lost count of how many times this has come out, and I keep saying this is going to keep coming out until I get to the bottom of this. Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other people or other powers you think you lack. So that's really specific, right? But I feel somebody could have got into some kind of trouble here, arguing or fighting with some whatever, however you want to take that, with somebody. Yeah, family. This could be family that's done something, that's done somebody dirty or something. And again, it doesn't need to be money, creative ideas. I mean, it has got affection too. It could just be like somebody's caused trouble or something, lying. I don't know, but there's something. What else? Beggar. What I mean? Dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Effort. So yeah, I'll not pull to me, but it's like that's what I'm feeling. It's like, this feels like manipulative family or something. Of like, because that thief card can even be like energy thief, like energy vampires have caused trouble, we'll just say with that card, but take it however it resonates. Um, and kept somebody confused and codependent. Like I'm going to say a codependent family has kept somebody confused about a mystic. So do we have, or unless they're saying that you as a masculine are a mystic too. Look what I was saying about God and the divine and what's come through in another live stream. Revels in intimate union with the divine. So I feel that's what they're saying is you as the masculine are a mystic. So either you're known to be a mystic or whatever other words you want to use, or quite intuitive or psychic, or you're awakening to that. But I feel family could have made you feel crazy because it's got delusional rapport with the divine. So you know what I mean? It could be you've had quite like, again, don't make this yours if it's not yours, but I'm actually now getting flooded with who lots of people, females and males, that this would make sense to. So I'm going to go with that and just put it aside. I'm feeling this is like particularly cases. Now, again, this is what I'm saying. This is a confusing thing. For some people, it could make sense with family and little bits here and there, and it's not the really heavy stuff. But for others, this could be like full on, like, you could have like very gaslighting, like constant gaslighting, or even maybe narcissistic in some cases, or like, not apologizing, not taking accountability, all the stuff I said in the other one. But people that even maybe even take the piss out of what you're able to do, like as a man or a woman, or stonewall you. There's a lot in that. But the way that's just come through there is I really do feel that's a family that's tried to confuse and manipulate and hold somebody back from where they want to give their love. So you see what I mean? Prince and Knight wants to go towards a mystic. That is honestly, you might think that isn't actually ruling out a lot of people. Because remember, I'm a twin flame healer. I work with a lot of twin flames. A lot of divine feminines are the mystic, and a lot of masculines have got a lot of feelings for the mystic. Do you know what I'm saying? Male or female. So, but it's not always family that are holding the masculine back. The masculine can be holding themselves back. But what else? What else? Let's just see if they give me any. I want to see if femme fatale, or maybe even like mother or father come out, or king or queen. Let's see. Gambler. How funny is that? We take a risk. Relying on luck rather than hard work. But again, look, it's a guy that's got a blindfold on, and that guy had a mask that was like a bit of a blindfold. So again, it was in reverse. I feel it's family have been like, it's too much of a risk, it's too much of a gamble. We don't want you to take a chance and act towards that. It's all going to go wrong. It's not good for you. These are all the things I'm hearing. Again, we've got something in reverse. Assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Yeah. So we've got enough cards there. That's definitely is codependent family have held a masculine back from giving their love to who they want to. Came out again, gambler in reverse. It's too risky. You're not well suited. Exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Detective. Great powers of observation, intuition, desire to seek out the truth. And now and look, that's basically the masculine has basically got to the bottom of what's been holding them back. And it's God that's helped them do that. I mean, what the fuck? Oh my God. And being around. Look, somebody, guys, somebody gambled with, again, it's not literal, you would hope, but it's kind of like, yes, we've got the P card. So accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. That's upright. Places material consideration, security above self-empowerment. Basically, I know what they're saying. Someone took a risk with a karmic energy. Again. Because it's a risky woman, and she's covered in money. It's a money grabber. We'll say money grabber because the other word is not very nice, is it? But also, it's kind of interesting though, although that's a karmic card, it's kind of bringing in like Mary Magdalene stuff too, because Mary Magdalene, Jesus have already, well, the card's still sitting here. You know what I mean? And I know what they're saying, so it's really interesting. It's like, and remember, I'm in that, they're making me, I don't want to spend too long on this bit, but it's quite interesting. It's like, I'm in that major, I'm always in detective mode, but I'm in major detective mode with the sun in my 8th house. So it's like, it definitely, I feel it's one of these situations where it's only God could reveal the truth to this person, to the divine. The divine has revealed the truth to this group of masculines that not only did you choose wrong, you've chose somebody that was using you for your money, or you have chose money over love and been manipulated that way. But also, I feel it specifically too, like, because they're talking about Mary Magdalene Jesus, it's like it's been flipped, that the divine feminine is made to look like some kind of bad influence when it's whoever, say, like family have pushed someone towards. So specific, but you'll know if it's you. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. But look how much God kept coming through, and it's come through again. So I'm going to say God is guiding this masculine group to take action and to go against the part of them that says it's risky, because what seems to be coming through here is that it's family that have made you feel like it's wrong. And why? That is the question. That's what will come out. Right, so I mean, I'm sure wait a minute, actually, maybe that would make more sense. God has revealed the truth, and now the truth cannot hide. God, I'm actually really hungry already, and I had a fucking stir fry, but I'm gonna have some like other stuff. But let's just see. It's always these bloody family ones that come through when I do the 4th house, because it is family, but ones get on my tits. But anyway, I'll push that aside to deliver the message. It's like Romeo and Juliet. What time are we living in? You know what I mean? Right, so I just need to see the bit where I hold it up. I thought, let's get some past life cards while I'm waiting to see. Oh yeah, because this has got king and queen and stuff. Why is there only about 2 cards? Right, why is it so far behind? Am I? Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm behind here, but I think I'm about to hold them up, so. May as well just leave it until I see. Do you know what? I'm hearing that song. Romeo, save me, I've been waiting so long. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift, the fucking she-devil herself. Oh no, my bra's showing. Shit. Fuck's sake, you won't be able to see that on the thumbnail. That one will do. That one will do. Right. Right. Let's get some actual. Never mind the past. Let's get some past life. I'm just writing quiz questions with kings in. Oh my God, how weird is that? Right. Let's get some. Oh shit. Oh, they're all fucking mixed up. That's why. Oh my God, Charlotte, look. I swear to God, look. As a tag team, we're being pretty freaky right now. Yes, the king. That's right. I just pulled out the king. So far we've had the prince, the knight, and now we've got the king. We've also had the prostitute and the detective. This is who needs Love Island? That's all I can say. Welcome to Mercury and Leo. This is quite a story. So, the king, man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law and justice. Ah, oh my God, but look at. So, again, I'm wondering whether, like, this is sounding very much like something really shady has went on. That either there's a karmic justice that needs to come in, or this could be legal justice. Yeah, we've got the king. Right, okay, so um right, that's them. Right, so let's just see. What have we got? Give me some past life energy. So give me some past life energy of the feminine or the masculine's feminine side. So again, with this bit, guys, right? It's not a personal reading, obviously, it's general, but just, it's common sense, but just it's always just interesting. It's like, that resonates, just listen to the words. The High Lady of love and compassion, reverence, kindness, consideration. Yeah, so I feel, look, now we've got the energy at last of the feminine, although I do feel the mystic was the feminine too. This is the person that the masculine wants to move towards. The High Lady of love and compassion, that's a divine feminine. That is a feminine of unconditional love, kindness, considering all involved. Also, there's the wee Rose, Mary Magdalene. You know what I mean? It's like when I was describing Love Island, like when I was because like I said, yes, I am a divine feminine, but when it comes to things of fairness, I am a very fair person. Like I don't just go with the side of the people that are my fucking pals or whoever, you know what I mean? I'm very good at looking at both sides of something, which is why I'm a good couples counselor. But you're really just with anything. And like again, I like doing that when I'm watching programs like that too. Like I'm not just going to think they're right because I like they're my favourite person. If they're wrong, they're wrong. And that's why I was saying that about that girl. That I still like her, but it was wrong the way she was gaslighting that guy. That she's just let's face it, let's be blunt. She's wanting to dump him. She fancies the other one more. Just own it. You know what I mean? Don't try and make the other guy feel like he's fucking done something wrong so that you can weasel your way out of it, go off with the tidy one. You know what I mean? That's not fair. And she's going to feel crap in the end. So whatever that means to you too. But right, give us the energy of the masculine. The, fucking hell, this is fucking nuts. We've got a night again. I'm telling you, that's what I can hear in my head. Romeo, save me. I've been waiting so long. Is this in my head? I don't know what to do. You pulled out a ring, Romeo, save me. You know what I mean? Love story, Taylor Swift. The Grail Knight. But the point is like, it wasn't so much that family were against it, was it? Because at one point it says in the song that uh, spoke to your dad and all that. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I'm also getting feelings of like Romeo and Juliet because it is like Romeo, save me, I've been waiting so long. And yeah, the card did come out about family affairs, right? Hello, Barbie. But the Grail Knight, romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. But look, this would come in after I've just been at Rosslyn Chapel as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like illusions really sticking out to me here. This masculine group have fell for an illusion at some point, and it feels like it feels like the delusion and the illusion was fed by family. So for whatever reason, it could be for more sinister reasons, or it could just be that family have not been able to see through the karmic energies too. But this is quite specific, right? But this knight is like kneeling down with a holy grail in his hand. It's like this knight is. So again, this feels like very much like when this masculine comes forward, they've been humbled by God and by the divine, and whatever it is, it feels like however this person's been betrayed. Now, whether this is they've been betrayed by their own family, like as in they've married somebody that has betrayed them, like in that film that I was describing, or whether it's their own, other members of the family. But whatever it is, it's very much piecing something together that something was forbidden love. And that's. And someone's going past playing that song. Do you want it right now? Oh, I can't let it go. Oh, I want you so. Oh, I can't let go. I can't sing it, but it's like that song. And then I've just cut it again at the. Oh my God, remember I spoke about this with Love Island and the guy? Again, that was on the one before. Self-sabotage, poverty consciousness, the high lady, love and compassion. Again, it's like something to do with like. And also, this is interesting. Now, there isn't a 31st of this month, is there? So, but because we've got a 31st and a first here. So this could have something to do with like the 31st of July and the 1st of August, or just the 31st of a month and the first. But there's something here about I feel self-sabotage has played a part in this, whoever this is going to make sense to. And it feels like what they're saying is like, because look, that's why they got me. I knew that. Hello, Beck, how are you doing? It's like, that's why they got me to give that example of the guy on Love Island. Like he said himself, whether he's telling the truth, yeah, it'll be, whether he's telling the truth or not, it'll be yet to be seen. But I'm more leaning towards a belief him. At first, I was, I don't know. But it feels like this masculine group have felt it was too good to be true. Only just discovered your channel and already resonating. Beck, you just read my mind because that was going to be my next question. Are you new? Are you a twin flame? How did you find us? So welcome, and I'm glad you're resonating. But yeah, I really do feel it's like this masculine self-sabotaged anyway, right? But I do feel there's a whole load of other people that have fed this, like, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy of. Because look, it's not just that's interesting. It's not just the lady of, it's the high lady. So it kind of reminds me of like, I'm going to get the Kipper deck. It feels like in the Kipper deck, like, it's got the privileged lady. That's what it's called, the privileged lady. So do you know what I mean? It's like, look, this person's felt not good enough for this person, and it's like whoever's around them has like exacerbated it. They have made the person feel that that's the case. And again, nobody can make you feel anything unless you let them. But that's what I mean. It's like that's what I'm feeling. So because I mentioned that, could you give us some more energy out of this? Now, I feel false whenever I pick this up again, or now I feel false person's going to come out because that's what I feel that's what I feel is the strongest thing, right? And again, that is literally I know my guide's language, and whenever they make me catch total recall, or they just show me it clairvoyantly, but because they actually made me catch, and again, I just caught it. It was like near the end, so that's like halfway through or something. But it's because it's one of my signs for somebody's waking up to like being, with somebody that's really done them dirty. Um, just total living a lie because it's not just the white, and that's how it's made them feel. Oh my God, look at this concern and despair. So again, guys, that I just mentioned, that's the card that I said I've pulled for Saturday and it's come out again. That's how it's making somebody feel. So that is the masculine that this resonates with, or all the masculines. So, like I said, the masculine can be female too, but it is a man on the card, and it's come out for Saturday too. That's how this man feels right now, in despair. That man's feeling the new moon in Cancer. That's what's coming through there. And so much so there could even be like an older man that's concerned about this. Or it could be there's an older man has added to the despair. But however it fits. I want that for the thumbnail. I want that and I want that. Like, this man is in despair about some kind of betrayal, but also because they can't hold their feelings back. And that's why we've got time to act and time to take a risk. So it feels like it's time to take a risk, and it's risky because family don't agree or something. Or it's one step further if I think we need the Hot Man deck, but I can't remember getting that because I'm in my shorts and I'm But you know what I mean? Yeah. Where is that deck? I can't remember. It might even be there, and I've just not saw. But probably is it here? I've got loads of other decks anyway. But what I was going to say is the family could be the person, is waking up to a false person. Like, I just don't know. I don't know what the thumbnail is, but it's all anyway. Do we need anything more out of this? By the way, can you please, put in big capitals? If you can't hear me anymore, it means the mic's died, and I'll keep looking at the chat, but hopefully I'm not knee deep in a thingy. It'd be a miracle if my masculine actually acts. Yeah, Spec, I think we all hear you there. I've got to keep the faith. So, oh dear though, look, we've got Thief again. What is this about? Thief and Journey. So whoever this is for, you're going to know. But like, either there's energy thieves, energy vampires around a masculine, or there's been a literal thief, because we've had thief from one deck and we've got thief again. Love your top, by the way, my favorite color. Oh, thank you. This is the color that reminds you of like Mother Mary and like Jesus energies. But look, do you like my nails? I love that the nails are blue. But I'm not gonna lie. I love it's like I did think about that, guys. I thought I'm getting that blue again because I had that like last year, and then it got all and it just goes all like blobby and that. You're like, nah, I need to try it. So yeah, I do like that my nails are matching, because most of the time my nails are red, like Mary Magdalene-ish. So that I actually think that means that, what I mean? It's like it's time for the masculine energy to step in. Although I just said it was like Mother Mary, you know what I mean? I do associate that blue with Jesus too. So yeah, I feel some days that's the person like wanting to take action, risky action, to make a journey towards the feminine. And it's got something to do with away from a thief. Unexpected income. Somebody could be coming into some type of unexpected income after, well, if it's literal, if their money's been stolen, they could be coming into some unexpected income. So false person didn't come out there, but it might come out again. I think I'll just put the past life cards in. Although, if people remember, right, if it looks like I've still got an ounce of energy, I think I want to film the Sunday one before I finish. So, like, I'll finish this and I'll film fun, just because it's more fun to do it live. Otherwise, I'll just film it myself. But so just someday remind me if you remember. If I forget, it's fine. I'll do it tomorrow. But right, so let's just. My nose is really itchy, so loved ones and spirit are coming through here. Right, so let's go with the present then. Let's use the Twinflame deck. So one of the many. Could you tell us where? Now I wonder what are they trying to say to me here. Right, so that's funny. I don't know if you heard that, but my stomach just like totally like it was like. But so again, solar plexus worry is what that says to me. So I feel this person is worried about taking some type of risky action. I feel somebody's like, I don't know if it's time. I feel it's this person's trying to gauge the right timing, because I didn't even mean to pick up this deck, and they pulled my hand to indecision. You're afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. Timing, allow events to unfold at the correct time. Like, I feel this group of masculines that are in this energy have been like, it's like when I described before that I've had many masculine, male and female masculines described to me that I don't know how to tell you other than I just knew it wasn't time yet. And again, even as a divine feminine, regardless your gender, you can resonate with that too. You'll have had times where, like, I can't explain why, but I just knew it wasn't time. That's what I'm feeling. It's like this person's like, it's like this person hasn't had the instructions from God yet to move until now. And again, when I say now, now is divine time. So it's not now. Well, again, this is the thing. It actually can be now for some. I'm just the messenger. It's always past, present, and future with everyone, in my opinion. But with me, the thing is, whether it's a good or a bad thing, I see years into the future. So it can be quite annoying, you know what I mean? So you need to watch, if you don't need to, but I'd advise you, if you're new, or even if you've been here ages, scroll back some of the older ones. The only shitty thing is I didn't have a mic in on them, so the sound isn't that great. So you just turn the volume up. But I can see that some of them are manifesting. Like they showed me one on the, you know, when it says for you, and it was such a similar energy to what I've been feeling. I'll explain that again. Right, so let's see, where's the divine feminine at right now? The masculine's feelings. Where's the divine feminine at presently? And I'll ask them, but you can let me know. Could you actually give where the feminine, male or female, is at right now? And I'll be able to tell if they give me where the masculine's at in their feelings. But let's just right now, in real time, on the new moon in Cancer, where is the divine feminine that's going to resonate with us? All of the divine feminines are going to resonate with us. Staying grounded, the generator, 4-4. So again, with the 4, that's about stability, perseverance, persistence. It's 4's reminding me of like union as well, 4 of Wands. I feel you are being guided to stay very grounded right now, and I feel I feel there's a very nervous energy around this. Like you feel something's about, like I feel you feel a tower moment is imminent. I'm going to get a tarot after saying that, a tarot deck. Towers aren't always bad, and that's giving me chills. Again, can I just stress it's even more creepy, but creepy cool that I've just been to Rosslyn Chapel, which if you don't know that, that's where the Da Vinci Code, you know, all about the quest of the Holy Grail and Mary Magdalene. So it's quite interesting. Again, that's not why I got, like, I just feel so connected to it. And it's to do with the ley lines, the rose line, because I'm a grid worker and just with Mary Magdalene and Jesus being my guides and everything. But that is quite interesting, all the stuff about the Holy Grail and the knights coming out from different decks. And now we've got the Holy Grail code. And 4-4 again. So again, 4-4 could literally be significant. 4 is my favourite number, but I mean, that's reaching. But you know what I mean? Like the 4th of April could be significant for someone. Receive the gift. So look at what I just channeled. Like that's really specific. If you're a divine feminine, male or female, and you feel there's a tower imminent and you don't know, like that's the point. It feels like you don't know what's coming, but you feel it's got something to do with union. So again, that's where I like people to be real with yourself. If you don't feel like there's a tower coming and you don't feel like there's something to do with union coming, then you know it doesn't mean that the rest of it doesn't make sense to you, but you know, be real with yourself. And again, but the same thing, if you're the masculine, see how it fits now, right? Because I'm in detective mode with this. Like knight and prince and somebody that's going towards someone, they had flowers behind their back, They've stalled on taking action because it's risky. It feels like family have been against this. Feels like somebody could potentially either now be waking up to a karmic partner, or in the past has had a false sort of person. But you as a masculine are trying to stay grounded, and you're nervous because you're the one bringing in the union. You know what I mean? See how it fits as well. And you're getting all the downloads, divine creativity, receiving cosmic intelligence, God telling you it's time. This is a big message. Right, so let's, yeah, my stomach in knots, that's so cool. I know, Matt, that's what I mean, my stomach's going in knots for whoever resonates with this. And they're pulling me to the word I love you up there as well. Right, so this is where the masculine's at presently. Although I've just told you emotionally where the masculine's at. But presently, if you're a feminine, you feel some kind of shocking tower moment coming and something to do with union. Masculine. Divine masculine, baby. And you see how it fits. Sacred sexuality, accessing the unified field. Well, it looks like this divine masculine's feeling the kundalini. But it's like, but seriously, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, divine masculine in this group of divine masculines are the divine masculine presently. They've awakened to their divine masculine king self. 7-7, there could be something significant about the 7-7 portal, 7th of July, which is obviously not very far away. We've also got 9-9 on that as well. But that, what I would say is this divine masculine is kundalini lit, and that's why the tiger and the lion doing something risky, taking a time to act. Like the kundalini's like, divine masculine's like, I'm in my King of Wands. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling the fire. I'm feeling the passion. I've integrated the multi-dimensional healing. It's time to act. I've healed the separation within. Now I want to be with my person. Healing separation, go within. And if you're a masculine and you're like, Claire, I'm planning and I'm not quite there. This isn't me. It's you further down the timeline. You know what I mean? That's how it works. If it's yours, you can't make everything yours. But we're here for the story. It's an exciting one. Right. So, see what I mean? I knew this would be good in Mercury and Leo. This is perking up my energy. So, where will we go now? That's the present energy. Rather than me trying to remember the own questions that I made up, I will just look at them in the phone, because that's what I usually do. Right, so oh yeah, because I don't know. Let me see. We're gonna go back to the past for a minute because with the way it matters the way I say it. So, now that's fascinating. I thought it was picking up another deck, but this still feels like they're trying to tell us something. Investments. Investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. This has got two meanings. The investment the masculine has been guided to make with the true feminine is something that will have positive results, and it's investing wisely because it'll bring prosperity. Because, like I say all the time, that's how you make money, balancing your inner feminine and masculine. And yeah, I know, guys, if you're like, Claire, what the fuck? Like, you know, I try to do that, I do it, it's still not work. You've joined a collective where I hear you. Like, I personally hear you, and lots of other people do. And my feeling is it's to do, again, I can only go by my personal calling is sometimes my money's great, sometimes it's not so great. I just learn to be happy wherever it is and trust and have faith. And you know what I mean? So if that resonates, you might resonate with being around here. But generally speaking, you know, when you've got things in quite a good balance, it's you're managing how to follow your intuition and take opportunities in divine time, the right time. You don't just sit on your arse and wait for you wait for the money to fall out of the sky. Like, you have an idea, you act on it, you put the offer out, the right people find it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not always that easy. And like I said, the irony is my abundance actually comes in when you guys book the session and I help you make a lot of money because I'm good at making people a lot of money. I've got Jupiter and Capricorn. That's how it works. I've got loads of other reasons why I'm good at that. But you see what I mean? It's because I work for God. My money comes in through God, the divine. So when it's quiet, it's because I needed the rest. So again, I feel it's about to pick up because I've heard a few people saying they were going to book. They haven't booked yet, but again, it's whatever. I don't, to be honest, I don't mean to be cheeky here, but see, whenever anybody says that to me, it doesn't matter who it is, I always take it with a pinch of salt because I've learned from that over the years. You should never, they're making me say that because it's like, you should never rely on that. Like, you've got to, you know what I mean? Always just like basically be humble and you just don't know where you know what I mean? You don't know. So again, there's some kind of message coming in here about I feel they're saying that it's like don't if this is really specific, if somebody owes you money and they said they're going to give you or something, and you don't count on, you know what I mean, have a backup plan. I don't know who that's for, but because I'm just sort of thinking to like along the years, if someone's like, oh, I'm going to book on such and such, or I'm going to book or something, and I'm always like. I'm like, you know, I always kind of think in the back of my head, well, I hope that's the case, but I just kind of, like I said, I take it with a pinch of salt. So, because it's just, you know, people get distracted and stuff, or it's just not the right time. Oh, there's the Hot Man deck. Yes. Don't need to get up and get it. Where have you been hiding, Hardman? That could be part of it. Right. So, like I said, I wasn't even going to use that deck, but I feel the investments come out because I feel this masculine did make a bad investment. They've made a bad investment by listening to the wrong people or get involved with the wrong people. Right. So, could you give us one of the block cards? So, in the past, where was the feminine or the masculine feminine side repeating patterns that were keeping them stuck in the past? So, this was in the past, right? Or unless it could be that it's still keeping you stuck in the past. But I feel it's in the past because we've got the Holy Grail thing. Unsocial. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm resonating. So you need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. So again, I feel in the past, if you're the feminine male or female, like you could have had like loads of other people saying that to you around like friends and family, like, oh, you know, you stay in the house too much or you don't come out, or how are you ever going to meet someone if you don't go out? Like that's what my niece says to me all the time. You know, she's like, you're never going to get a boyfriend because you never leave the house. She's fucking 7. I was like, all right, Christ, you know what I mean? Yeah, she doesn't know. I don't tell her the sitch, guys. She's gonna, you know, she's getting so old now. She's so psychic. She said lots of weird shit to me. And I'm like, you know what I mean? She said something really specific when they stayed the last time, and I was like, I can't tell you what she said though, but I was like, wow, she knows without knowing. But oh my god, and it's 11:44 when I was saying that. Vulnerable. You cannot experience true intimacy unless you open your heart to be yourself. So again, in the past, this is where the masculine was. They were not opening their heart and they weren't being themselves. So, you know, the kind of intimacy that this group of masculines were experiencing were romantic delusions, because that's what the other card said. And yeah, because you weren't willing to be vulnerable. But again, like I said, because you didn't want to get hurt and you didn't want to get too attached. The cards are calling out, guys. Too attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. I feel this group of masculines had a fear of being like that and driving the person away, or just not being good enough. You know, they're once they get to know me, they're not going to love me. Getting hurt. All love comes with a risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss. Take a chance. 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 Time to act. Taking a chance. Are we getting it? See what I mean? So that when you keep this in mind when you watch Saturdays, because Saturdays says now is not the time to act. But I said I didn't change the message. Like they told me to say that's actually not what that's saying, because it doesn't tie up with the rest of the message that's coming through. It's like it's your own agenda. It feels like somebody keeps telling themselves it's not the right time because you're afraid. Your flip. Right. Or the people around you are making you feel that. Right. So what presently Now, I wouldn't usually use these cards for this, but we'll go with it. North Node focus. What would get the masculine out their comfort zone, or what does the masculine want to say right now? Now, this is where I'm wondering if there's anything about the Karmic cards, and you'll trust me, you'll know if it comes out. That would fit with what I've picked up here too a little bit, I think. I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. Guys, Love Island. Now, if you're watching Love Island, you're going to get that. Even if you're not, remember when I described there's the guy that's been put across like he's Mr. Lova, Mr. Player Man. Except they're all wearing fucking pedals around there. Oh, honestly, don't get me started. Listen, each to their own, and that's wonderful. If men are embracing pearl necklaces out there, you do you, boo. You do you, boo. But I'm not into it. I'm just saying, as a woman, I'm allowed to say that. I am not finding it very attractive that the guys are cutting about with pearl necklaces. Just saying. I don't even really like when a woman wears a pearl necklace, to be honest, but what the fuck? Anyway, but because it actually was bothering me so much. And my friend was here, I was like, why are they all wearing pearl necklaces? And so I Googled it the other night, and it's like something, apparently it's like Harry Styles made it cooler. So I was like, oh, right, Harry Styles. Yes, he also fucking prances about fucking, oh, Jesus. Anyway, moving on. But yes, I sabotaged our connect. Oh my god, that's quite funny because he's called Harry, so Harry might be a significant name because the guy's called Harry in Love Island. That's quite interesting. I just noticed that. I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. But yeah, that's what I was saying on the other live stream or this one. That's what he's claiming, that he thought it was too good to be true, and that's what he does. He sabotage. What he said is sometimes this happens. He's noticed, and that guy's 30, so he's a wee bit older. But it's really got nothing to do with age. Men have, I mean, I've heard stories of people that are in their fucking 60s and 70s doing this shit still. Do you know what I mean? 50s, 40s, whatever. You know what I mean? And this is what I mean. This is why I'll keep doing this till, till YouTube's going. I'll be fucking doing this long, but because this is my calling, whether I like it or not, I'm here to help people with this shit. And I don't really like doing it one to one. That's because I don't attract people. In my sessions, the session is not about what's your twin flame doing, but no, it's about you on your healing journey and what's going to help you and following your calling. And if you're further on and you're not as like desperate about the twin flame, then yes, that stuff will come through. But that's what I'm here to do, is help people, bring back your own energy, and to the point where you are so detached that it's not that you don't care, because I'm never going to be one of those people that's like, oh, I don't even care as long as like an aligned masculine shows up to match my energy. No, I want him. Okay, I want I want who I know my divine masculine is, and that doesn't change. Okay, it's the same guy. I'm just making that clear. But you can get to a healthy place of detachment, and you're like, right, it's been fucking years now. It's fucking month after month after month rolling on, being in the dark, not what's happened. I'm fucking letting go for my own sanity. Do you know what I mean? And God help them that, that they, you know what I mean? Anyway, because like I said, and it is, but that they're making me say it in that way because it is like, I think that's part of it too. I sabotaged their connection because it was too intense. And some masculines could actually be sabotaging it even further by leaving it even longer. Now, if you're a masculine, male or female, that you've got a reason and there's a reason why you come forward, then you'll know your reasons. But if the reason is fear, I would try and push through that shit. And that's what God is saying to these cards. Because the longer it's been left, the worse it is sabotaging it. But yeah, I sabotaged their connection because it was too intense. So that's where the masculine's at right now, realizing that. But you see, that's very loaded because it could be like the example in Love Island. But again, the Love Island example is not serious enough. But, what I'm saying is in that it's bad because he's made a total. Oh, I just shuffled it back. No, there it is. He's made a total banny of her. You know what I mean? Whatever word you want to use, he's made her look like an idiot. He's made her look like, she even said, he's made her look like a mug. Like she's just fucking taking it. He's fucking chatting, talking dirty and fucking doing whatever with some fucking, I think she's an actor, but you know what I mean? Like, Even if she's not, it's like I'm no fucking getting it at all. But anyway, I mean, it's like it just looks like people are not picky and they just want attention from any old fucker. That's what it's looking like. It's insecurity. And you can heal that. I help people heal that. I help men and women become secure within themselves so that you don't act that desperate, basically. But that's what I feel the realization is for this group of masculines. Are worried. And look, that card says I'm a fool, but that's far too polite around here. I'm a dick, okay? I'm worried. I'm a dick. I acted like a dick. That's that's the energy that this group of masculines are in. I fucked it up, and that is what I'm seeing with that poor guy. I'm going to say, that guy on Love Island. I do feel sorry for him. I don't fancy him. I don't like him very much. He's grown on me though, but not in a fancying way. Just like I kind of feel for him. You know what I mean? They're in love. Whether it's right or wrong, I would say that they two are actually in love. If you could just stop fucking chasing every fucker around the villa, I think they'll do all right. But anyway, I'll not hold my breath for that. So I'm so afraid that you will move on and meet someone else. It's keeping me awake at night. I can't lose you. I'm a fool. I'm a dick. I'm sorry I lied to you. It was wrong. I'm admitting that now. I was a fool. I was a dick for hurting you. Hurting you hurts me. That's the realization that this group of masculines are having. Uh-oh, there's the card. Shit, that's the what, guys? That's the card. I'm ready. I will leave my partner. It's been over since I met you. Trust me to do it this way. Could that be? Could that be the tower? Could that be the tower that I was saying the divine feminines are feeling? It could very be the tower. You let me know in an email, and then I will let everyone else know that that was someone's story. I think we need some. I think we need some for the feminine. What's for the feminine? This now all of that I just channeled. That's for the masculine to get out their comfort zone. So keep that in mind. This person's feeling like a dick for lying. They're feeling that they're realizing that they sabotaged this connection, not because it's not right, because it was too intense and because they couldn't handle it. Now it feels like this person wants to come towards you, but they're feeling like they've done the most. They're learning because that card's on the top. And you know what I mean? And taking action would be getting you on your North Node, out your comfort zone. But it doesn't mean the person's going to do it. And look what's just fucking left out. Are you comfortable in your environment? That's a reason why people don't follow their North Node. They stay in their South Node. They stay in the past. They stay with the karmic energy where they're comfortable. Or like in Love Island, that girl could have stayed with Tommy because it's comfortable, because they might win because they've been together since the start. But actually, the boring couples don't tend to win. The ones that paid up at the start, they don't actually. People, we do like the drama, as long as it's genuine. I do anyway. It's so funny because I can't really comment on that because it's like some of the shit they put up with, like I really actually wouldn't put up with myself. Like I just wouldn't, right? But it's, you know what I mean? It's when you're actually boyfriend and girlfriend, what I mean, or husband and wife, it's like, but none of them are. But it's even just the disrespect. It's like, fuck right off. But they're signing up for that, right? So we can comment on it. But yeah, like I'm just trying to think with some of the past seasons, like one of the ones I loved, which was one of the more recent ones, where it was horrible watching the guy do it because you're just like, you fucking, like, see what I mean? I just would grit my teeth, like, fucking creepy bastard. I was actually going to see the C word, right? But I remember how I was watching it, I was like, just minging, like the bird he was going for, the S word, you know what I mean? Just, she's minging, and I don't think she was minging looking. I think her energy was just Asivel's energy. And she was like, oh my God, you're picking her over her. Like the one he was with was stunning and blah, blah, blah. I'm actually mixing some of them up now. But anyway, it's because it's two different people, but I'm thinking the same energy. Both girls that were leaving behind were stunning and really nice girls. And the ones they were going for were just cheap, nasty tarts. Sorry, I'm just calling like they're not always that. Sometimes they're nice girls too, but in these seasons, so I'm not saying their names for that reason. But But the thing that was quite horrible to see was the genuine remorse that came over both guys when they come back off the wee fucking lads holiday, which is like you can't fucking keep it in your pants for a night. Fucking you go fucking over the road, wherever they are, whatever country they're in. They're going over the fucking they're going a few blocks away. And they, you know what I mean? They couldn't just fucking, calm down for a night. And it's when they come back though, it's like I can tell when people are genuinely sorry. And it was horrible to see. You know what I mean? It was horrible. It was particularly like it was. I think that was in the last year. I can remember the guy. I thought he really does actually regret that, and he's actually just realised he is in love. But it was like one of the girls that did know her worth, and she was a bit like, she's like, fucking, you know what I mean? And she did, she didn't let him back for a while, but then I'm glad she did, and actually they're still together. So that's what I mean. You know what I mean? Nobody can really judge anyone, whether it's twin flames or just love in general. Sometimes somebody does really fuck up, like really, really badly. They self sabotage, and they pull it back. If you give them a chance, because like you said, it's nice. In fact, both those couples are together, but actually, the other one they moved when the show ended. They actually won it. They won it, and they moved in together. But I think it was the lockdown, and then they split up for about a year, and then I don't know what's happened. But I saw them on something recently, and they had actually got back together again. I was really happy because it was real love, both these couples, but it wasn't plain sailing. The guys did fuck up, like they did turn their heads to a tarp, basically. Don't know why it's coming out like that. Must be Mercury and Leo make me say it like that, but um are you comfortable in your environment? Do you wish to explore new experiences and perspectives? Do you wish to escape from your present constraints? Right, guys, I think that's the Divine Masculines card. Just a stab in the dark. Unless you are a feminine, which you are, you need to get out of your comfort zone. Oh my god. Right, now can we get the feminine's card? Transformation. Commit to acting on new ideas and longings. Take a leap of faith. Begin again. Oh my god, I think that's still the masculine. Feminine and the masculine. Commit to acting on new ideas and longings. Time to act. Do something risky, taking a chance. Take a leap of faith, begin again. Again, so I think it's so clever how they've given me the examples of Love Island, because that is what they've done. We can all watch and be like, oh my god, that's terrible that she's hurting that guy. Is it though? It's not really. She's doing him a favour in the end. She fancies the one she's just kissed. Otherwise, she wouldn't have done it. And it's not always the way, because I've just given another example where those fuckers, because the ones last night I've just watched doing it, they've kissed a couple of, yeah, I'm not going to call them tarts because I can't even fucking remember what they look like right now. It's nothing to do against them, but they've thrown alluring women in that probably just want to be famous, let's be honest. But both of them have kissed him at the first chance they got. For what? Just for a bit of fun. But it's kind of like that's a bit, what I mean? So it's not always like that. Sometimes people, but yeah, take whatever you want from all that. But let's move on because what karmic lessons are they learning and what needs to be released? Right. This one normally gives the tea. Now this has got a card that says I'm gaslighting you, which keeps coming out a lot. Not been watching this season. Yeah, pearl necklace on a bloke sounds like a massive hit. Yeah, Google it. They're all wearing pearl necklaces of different types. It is so not my cup of tea anyway. Call me old fashioned, but I'm not into a guy in a pearl necklace. I mean, that even sounds like it's code or something. I know a film. The guy in the pearl necklace. It sounds like a film. Glad you clarified. I thought you meant the other pearl necklace. Oh yeah, see now I think no, it's an actual they're all wearing pearls. I said tower moment happens, I will let you know. If said tower moment happens, I will let you know. Yes, please do. Right. Oh my god, look. Look at what I've just fucking been saying. Even with the fucking pearl necklace showing off, look, showing out. Now look, this is the question. What karmic lessons are learning and need to be released? Showing off, showing out. Showing out must be American. I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered, like the guy on Love Island. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm not fucking not able to sleep at night because I think I've fallen in love with you. Oh, I'll just fucking go over here with Shakira. That is her name, by the way. I'll go over here or I'll do this or I'll do that. And it's like, no, you know what I mean? Bullshit. Something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. So, That's interesting because I feel with this being the karmic lesson or what's needed to be released, that to me feels like somebody that's still a bit conflicted because, like, what that's why they keep giving me the example of the guy on Love Island. If you're saying in a moment of honesty, actually, I've self sabotaged. I really like her, and I thought it was going to be true, but oh, it's too late. I've fucked it. When he knows fine well he hasn't. The girl's got it bad, right? Because she's in there thinking about it. But that's why I'm saying, is this a bit put on? It's, you know what I mean? It's, but anyway, they might all be actors, so we don't. But like, but then like chasing everyone around the villa, that's someone that's not. They're not in touch with the truth, or if they are, well, it's just not. It's not somebody that's really in touch with their truth. Because if you keep fucking it up, you're not. You know what I mean? You're all over the place. Like you need to basically get in touch with your truth and then act accordingly. Like if that is resonating with some people that you're in love with somebody else, but you're staying where you are, and thinking you're magically going to manifest to be the person. No, you're not. That's an example of divine timing and sitting on your arse and not doing anything about it. If you don't do anything about it, the opportunity is going to pass. If people don't take the risk and go and kiss the person that they fancy on Love Island, the person they fancy is going to fall more deeper. Theoretically, you could fall deeper in love with the person they're getting to know because you never went for it in the start. You know, the longer you leave it, the more chance you're leaving for in the wider world, you know, just to meet other people. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's a karmic lesson that some masculines are needing to learn to stop showing off and speak the truth before you miss your chance. Oh my god, that came out very blunt, but yes. Right, could you? I'm just going to do the shadow work at the same time. What's some? Although that felt like shadow work. What's some shadow work that a masculine needs to do? Any masculines that resonate with this? Focus on money. Yeah, you're too highly focused on money. Again, missing opportunities with love. I'm currently focused on my career and finances. My main priority is my financial stability. You need to get your priorities straight because that's the people that end up with a lot of money and the wrong karmic partners or a lot of money and no one. You know what I mean? Money doesn't buy happiness. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me, never really know where I stand with you. I feel in this case, that's because it's about shadow work. That can be masculines are being too suspicious about the mystery around divine feminines, male and female, are meant to be mysterious. You're not meant to know all about them. You might think you do, but you don't. Like I say all the time, I am out in the public eye. People will think they know loads about my life. Yeah, you might know quite a lot because I choose to share stuff in here. But people in my membership know more than people in public. That's just a fact. People, my best friends know more than any of you. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know all of me because I've got a Scorpio rising. You know what I mean? I'm always going to be mysterious, but it doesn't mean it doesn't need to mean bad stuff. You know what I mean? You can't. And actually, that's quite interesting. They're making me home in on that because Scorpio rising is a rising sign where when one Scorpio rising meets another, you can often not like them, which is quite funny, isn't it? But I've experienced it throughout my whole life, and I've noticed it. You know, even when I thought back to, oh yeah, they've got that too. It's like because we've got a bit of that mystery around us and suspicion too. It's like you you can get somebody wrong when you first meet them, and then realize further down the line, oh right, no, actually, they're really my cup of tea. Whether it's in a friend way or a romantic way or whatever. But yeah, that's what I feel. Oh, are you? Oh, love it. That's I've had friends that are that. I've always surrounded myself. Actually, what am I talking about? My best friend's that, but I've had more friends that are that as well. Um, Missing you. Again, this is all shadow work. So shadow work is somebody's got their priorities wrong. You're focused on money, and because you're so focused on money, you could be missing an opportunity with the one you love. And it feels like that's got something to do with the longer you leave it. Because like I keep explaining, it's like, do you think someone's gonna be really happy because you turn up and you feel like, no, it's like if somebody misses you now and you're missing all these moments in someone's life where they could have done with you with them, but you're like, it's not, we're not living in the olden times. You turn up with like a fucking big bag of money or something, be like, it's like, it's, because I'm only saying that because it comes through all the time. Like, I've actually had conversations with loads of men about this, where it's like something that feels like, you're never going to feel good enough. Money doesn't make you feel good enough if you don't feel good enough inside. So whoever that's for. But yeah, missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. That feels like that Lewis Liam Capaldi, whatever the fuck his name is. Um, you know, I wanna tell you I miss the green in your eyes. I wanna send it. I wanna send it, but instead I only wish you the best. Like, you know what I mean? You want to tell someone you love them, you miss them, you're sorry, but you just be like, all right, how's it going? Yeah, yeah, see you later, bye. Cry yourself to sleep at night. You know what I mean? Don't be that person. Don't be Harry in Love Island, except he's clearly going to do something about that. She's going to take him back. Let Me Go. Is that not a song? You deserve all the good things in this world, and right now I'm not in a space to give you this type of connection. You deserve live your life and let me go. Again, that's like the sob story that guy's telling himself. When it's like, no, mate, if you'd actually just fucking apologise and say that you've realised the pattern that you're doing, and would she give you another chance? Quite clearly that's going to happen, but like, only you tune in to see. Right, so let's get what one will we use for the feminine, because that was quite interesting. Let's use these. What's some shadow work for? No, wait a minute. I'll do the first one. I need a different deck of cards. Yeah, let's see. Yes, let's use these. Okay. What What's a karmic lesson that the feminine's learning or that needs to be released? It could come out of the masculine's feelings again, but let's just see. That always comes out for the feminines. And I would say, right, that's because I am channeling the messages and that's how I feel. This card, doesn't it? If you're here all the time, that always comes out when I ask about, look, only you. And that's why I say that. If you're divine feminine and you can actually ignore and keep having faith and praying, despite what you either know your masculine is doing or you sense or you feel they're doing, whatever, if you can actually be that devoted to your own twin flame mission, your own journey, and again, it's not hard. I'm saying it like it's hard. It's not hard. If you're actually a true twin flame and a feminine, you won't be distracted by everything else. That's why I can spot the real from the people that aren't. Devoted, attached, and crave only you. That's it. The feminines learned that lesson. You've went through that years ago of being distracted by other people. Oh, that's so clever. That's why they're right. I wondered where that was going to come in. So sorry, I really needed to touch my ear but that means somebody's not listening. So this is the weird way that they give me messages sometimes, right? Sometimes they make me have dreams that involve people from my past that don't make sense to me, but it's because when I deliver the message, it'll make sense to you. So I'll try and deliver it. But it was just when I noticed a pattern, I was like, that's fucking weird. So basically, last night in this dream, like, there was like a guy in my dream that is like a guy from, like, it doesn't really matter because basically that's the point. It's like, because I have been crazy about my twin flame, I've known my twin flame like over 20 years, and I've been like mad about basically the whole time. Like, people in my life at the time would argue it was longer than when I consciously realised who he was to me, put it that way, right? So he was always my first choice, put it that way. But like, obviously there's been other people that I've been pulled to at different points, right? Short core. But it's just quite like, even like I'm talking about even in my life before I've met him. And that's what's quite funny. Like, there was guys that I liked before. So anyway, what was kind of funny was, it was like last night in I had this big elaborate dream. It was like a film. And it was like this it was like this other guy, right? And I woke up in the morning and I'm like, what the fuck, right? And so I just feel like, okay, that's so right, right. And it's just, but I know they're trying to tell me something, right? And then it was only like, but remember, cancer is the past as well, right? So yes, if we were looking at dreams in the brainwave, we could be like, it's my brain trying to make peace with the past or like soul retrieval. And it could actually be, to be honest, with the two dreams I've had. And this is the thing. It's like I've been gallivanting in my dreams, but it's kind of like, like last night's one. And then I realized the night before it was another guy that also wasn't my twin flame, but that's from when I was younger, not before I'd even met him. And so what I gathered from this was, like I've said before, because they can't trick me, the dark energies that trying to trick some of yous, they might not be able to trick you either, but they can't trick me because I know who my twin flame is, and I've, you know what I mean, from the minute I've fucking realised I've never not known. And even when I've had very weird experiences with other apparent twin flame people, and I'm like, what the fuck, that they've tried to knock me off the path, or other mediums that get it wrong, because like I've said all along, whenever I've had a mediumship reading, there was definitely seeds of doubt that were planted about my twin flame, and I was always very strong to be, I know my own mind, and what it all means and stuff, and like, but basically, I feel the message is it's for some of you that are not. Now, this is what's interesting. I feel it's more for the divine masculine. So if you're a divine masculine, male or female, and you've been having dreams the last couple of nights of people that are not your divine feminine, but as people from your past that you've been linked to, or you've had an attraction to some type, pay attention. I feel this is like what we'd call like psychic attack in the dream, or like, demons that come to you, like, can even be like fucking sex demons, that's a real thing. But it's like, and it wasn't nothing like that in these dreams, but it was just, um it's trying to confuse, but like I said, it wasn't confusing me because I know who mine is, but I knew what they were saying, because now I've realized it's been 2 nights in a row. It's like, because it more like when I was a lot younger, that used to happen, like when I met my twin flame, like that I would have and I'd be like, and then it was trying to confuse me. But since, like forever, like they've not been able to do that to me. So anyway, that's the best way you can describe it. That it's like you've got to be able to see through that. That it's the energies that are trying to distract you. Yeah. I don't know. However that made sense to you, but things coming up about the past. So you've got to know your own heart and mind. If you know that's your person, you know that's your person. No tarot card reading, definitely not general, because like I say all the time, you got to keep it real, right? Not everyone's for you, especially if you watch about 1 million people. Somebody needed to hear that. I know a lot of people did, but it's like you should be able to withstand these tests of, even if it's a personal reading, and you're like, nah, something's, you know what I mean? It's not right there. But you've got to be in touch with reality that you might just know what to hear it. You've got to know the difference. That's why you got to trust people that you go to for, you know what I mean? You shouldn't just let anybody read you. I don't let just anybody read my energy. If I let people read my energy, I really love and respect them and trust them. Mistake. Oh, wait a minute. I always think that says mistakes and it doesn't. But that means something. Absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. So I feel the karmic lesson that you've learned is to release the codependency, and it ties into what I said, that because you're all about this person, and because you feel like you're not yourself without them, that's the karmic lesson that you've needed to learn as a divine feminine, to let them go. Let them go like they're not coming back, and apology, that brings them back, and not right away, guys. Can be a big long wait for a lot of people. Forgiveness returns sorry. But that's what I feel they're saying. It's like, that's the karmic lesson. Let this person go. Let them go. They'll come back when they're sorry, if they ever are sorry. Choose yourself. Overwhelmed. But that's what they're saying to me, because we're about to go, like that. That's where the masculines of this group of feminines are at. They're going to return, and the stress from this is draining me. That's how they're feeling. Because remember, this is the masculine's feelings as well. So let's just check in with the masculine after. So although I've done their cards, let's just see what's the karmic lessons that the masculines are learning, or that they're needing to release right now. space. I need more time to think. But again, I feel this group of masculines have had so much time to think that they're now thinking themselves into conflict, clashing differences, incompatibility. They could be thinking and overthinking, distance, separation, space, blockage, hopeless. Yeah, look, the space, there's two cards about space. The space that the masculines have had, sinking, despair, falling apart. Now this masculine's like, fuck, it's been too long. What if it's been too long? What if they're so detached they don't want me now? I'm channeling this group of masculines. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. But I'm broken. Shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. And now I want to reciprocate. I can't say that word. I want to have an equal give and take. After learning to love myself, now I've got an open heart. I've went through my ego death, pride in reverse. I've been spying on you. Social network information ways. I try to be serious when I'm chatting like that, but it's kind of funny. Look, because I've been spying on you and I've let my ego die and I've put my pride aside, I've now got the truth, intentions, and on it. Look, I've got the clarity that I need. But I'm still shiting myself. Oh, sorry, it doesn't say that. Soul tie, I always feel connected to you. Conflict that came out again. Neglected. I failed to give you what you need. But yeah, in all seriousness, this person's like, I failed to give you what you need. You didn't deserve that. But now I've got the clarity I need. And I just hope it's not too late. Let's see. Okay, this is a bit of a funny deck. Okay, I'll go with it. Oh, look, I was asking about shadow work. We trigger each other. That will ease up when we communicate effectively. So I feel the shadow work for you, Divine Feminine, is that you're going to have to pay attention to what triggers you about this person. Like, how have they hurt you in the past? Like, are you able to talk about it like an adult? Are you able to listen to their side of it? You know what I mean? We're doing it. We're breaking free from the matrix. But again, that I feel that's come out because it's like, remember the bigger picture. And again, I would say that I'm a Sag moon, and that's what that's about. But remember the bigger picture. If you're a twin flame, and I feel this is ones that really get it. Now, I don't mean to offend anyone, but if you don't get this message, it probably isn't for you, right? But we're doing it. We're breaking free from the matrix. If you're the divine feminine, male or female, you're the energetic leader. You signed up for this. So they could have been a fucking nightmare out there on those streets. I hear you. They could have been worse than Harry in Love Island. I don't know. But you came in to do this. Remember that. The happiest times in my life are my memories with you. And ultimately, it's about that. It's like what I just said on they two, about they two on Love Island. They look like the two that are genuinely in love. The ones that are apart right now. That's what's quite funny. And it is the guy's fault. I don't like shame and blame, but it is. He totally fucked it in a really hurtful way. He made a fucking arse of her. But that's what self-sabotage is, and that's why I'm passionate about whether you're a man or a woman, whether you self-sabotage in love or whatever else, just fucking cut it out. And I know it's not that easy, but what I mean is book a session with me. I help people stop drinking like that. I help people stop smoking like that. I help people with sex addictions like that. I help people stop fucking up their life and feeling like they're not good enough like that. I can't promise that with everyone, but trust me, there's people that say it a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying them to say that. They're telling the truth. And there's not more stories because people are scared. People are scared to book because I'm intense. But that intensity gets to the root of the problem. Scorpio is the sign of the shaman, and I've got the most Scorpio going on in my chart. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for the passionate message. I am loved. I am love, heart chakra. I am here to open your heart. And that can be painful at first. Open your heart to the truth. but I'm here to help, a helping hand. Kickstart energy improvement with a healing session. You see what I mean when I say God speaks through me? Kickstart energy improvement with a healing session. There's lots of other healers as well, though. If you don't resonate with me, that's fine. You're still watching, though. Find somebody that does resonate and get the help that you need to stop self-sabotaging. Love it. Right. What would help with inner union right now? Right, let's go with these. So, what would help with inner union right now for the feminine? Oh, are you a Sag Moon too? Oh wow, so you're a Scorpio rising Sag Moon like me. We're twinning. We're twinning moon and rising. Caught him out on caught him out on spying on my social media. What was that, a story or something? Yes. You can either catch them out like that or you can feel it. Right, so um friendship. Successful couples are good friends, but you see how I can really see how that fits with the way that was coming through. What would help with inner union, divine feminine, is to build on a firm foundation of friendship. A successful couple are good friends first, they're best friends. So if you know that you've got insane chemistry and you just want to rip this person's clothes off and that's what they're like with you, then, maybe just delay it a little bit. Delayed gratification, build up the excitement. But most importantly, for inner union, make sure you trust this person. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be somebody's friend that I don't trust. I don't have friends. I don't do acquaintances. I've got best friends and I've got soul family. And I also have a difference between my work, my personal life, and my work. It can be a bit blurry sometimes because I do get on with all of you very well, but I've learned my lesson. I've been burnt quite a lot of times along the years with that. So I do, you know what I mean? You've got to know how it works for you with however your life is. But the point is, you should use that really fun. If you don't really trust this person and they've given you a reason not to trust them, then I don't think it's very wise that you're jumping into bed with them. You know what I mean? But you can be the decider of that. Especially if there's especially I'm feeling guided to say, especially if there's like a Kundalini thing going on there. Because when the masculine gets activated with the Kundalini, sometimes they can rush in like before they're ready. You know what I mean? Like they're not mature enough to want to be friends or anything more. They just want to, you know what I mean? So you've got to be wiser. But I don't feel that's what's coming through with this because of the Holy Union cut. But just for whoever needs to hear that. Right. So give me one for the masculine for inner union. And again, though, that's also the masculine's feminine side. If you know that you are feeling a lot of passion, but you want to build something stable with this feminine, set a solid foundation. See how these cards always really creep me out. Set a solid foundation for faithfulness. Fidelity builds strong relationships. You see what they're saying? It's like, yeah, this person is returning. Someone from your past may return. And remember, this Cancer is the past. And it feels like this is from your past, but this also feels like past lives. This person is returning in a more stable, grounded energy. And they have got a lot of passion for you. But they're trying to figure out a way to show you that they've got passion for you and they're not fucking off. Like, I'm getting that kind of. I'm seeing. I don't really need to see films because I've got plenty of memories like this. But I'm seeing that film Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. You know what I mean? Because it always really, really hits hard to me when I watch that. Actually, I like that film, but because he does that, So never mind the Love Island example. Like, you know, all right, all right, all right. Like Matthew McConaughey, he, you know, it's like he's oh yeah, I'm the man, you know what I mean? Because he is, he's really hot, you know what I mean? So he's like he can get like anyone he wants, but like he ends up with just all these empty situations. Um, but he's always thinking about the one from the past. Um, and she's always thinking about him, but she's also rolling his eyes because she's like, "Fuck hell," you know what I mean? Is he ever gonna grow up? And but it's the scene I was seeing was like it's like they show you like you know at some point in their past when they've hooked up, and she says to him like, "Just promise me you won't run off in the morning," or something like that. And then I think he promises he won't. And then in the morning, he basically tries to fuck off. And then she's like, "Hey, where do you think you're going? Like, you're not doing that to me. Get back in the bed," kind of thing. And then he does, right? And it's nice. But then he falls asleep and then he does it anyway. And I'm always just like that. It always, I think that would only really speak to you if you've been around someone like that. You know what I mean? It's, yeah, I personally wouldn't. It doesn't matter that I'm on the twin flame journey. I wouldn't let somebody ever do that to me again. So if somebody's getting in my bed, they're not fucking leaving first thing in the morning. Putting it that way. You know what I mean? Like you're staying till at least the afternoon, or you're not leaving for 48 hours. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's just getting across that you know you should love yourself that unconditionally, and if you have had things like that happen to you in the past, it's your personal responsibility to not let that happen again. Don't beat yourself up for it, but don't allow people to treat you like that, and especially not your. We're going into big twin flame teacher moment here, especially not your divine masculine, because it's part of your shadow. So if you are allowing somebody to treat you like that, you're allowing them to treat you like that. This isn't fucking Love Island and it's just some bloke you've met. You know what I mean? It's the other half of your soul. So you've got to. You can't let. You know. You can't. Again, it's so funny. My stomach is like singing along with what I'm saying. But yeah. Anyway. So again, I just feel somebody really needed that. Like. But again, it doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel like that's going to speak. This might be people's past energy, but it's coming through strong anyway. Maybe it's just for the masculines to know that you know what I mean. Like that's what you're up against. If this feminine has been hurt by you specifically like that, you need to find a creative solution for them to be able to believe that you're not going to do it again. And again, watch that film to get what I mean because it is sad. I'm just trying to think. Do they sleep with each other again? And then he does. No, no, no. It's just the memory of when he's done it. Yeah, I don't think they don't. Yeah, I was trying. I only watched that recently. But and then it's the whole thing where he's been carrying a wee photo of her since they were young in his wallet. You know what I mean? And that's the point. It's like you know, there's a lot of men that will resonate with it, where it's like you keep somebody a distant memory that oh, you can never get is forbidden, and you just fuck about with all these meaningless connections. Self sabotage. You know what I mean? And that's what's always frustrating about that, as you can, you know what I mean. It's just a film, but again, it's too much like what I listen to all the time with Twin Flames, like manifest. But that's why so whoever that speaks to manifest. But these are manifesting. Be clear on your outcome. I think that's the point. Like I'm going into all of that and bringing in Love Island and that too, because it's like it feels like you could have went through a lot of bullshit and this person self-sabotaged like royally and left you in limbo. Seek clarity on mixed signals. That's hilarious. Like this person could have left you in limbo and just wondering what the fuck's going on. You could still be in limbo, but they're very clear about wanting to be with you. So see how I can see how this is a real couples counselling moment. If you are the man, if you're the masculine, you're clear on what you want and you want the feminine, but they're like, you know, in limbo and they've got no clarity and they don't know if you're ever coming back. You know what I mean? It's food for thought. Admitting. It's okay to admit errors and put things right. When I feel that's what's holding a lot of masculines back, you know, how do I come in here and make this right? Humble. That's how you do it. Humble and honest. Relationships need trust. Hello, look what I've just said. They've just said it through me. Honesty, relationships need trust. Manifest on the back again. Gratitude, a thank you goes a long way. They just answered what I said. That's how you do it. You come in honest and grateful and humble. And that's a start. A thank you goes a long way. Taking it slow the way forward. Love the self-deception song. Did I sing a song or is that an actual song? Sometimes I sing these songs. Was really struggling this evening, but this has helped me so much. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, stuck in limbo with no clarity. Yes. I feel a lot of us are in there. Oh, you're not alone there. Right. So, right. What's some possible soul retrievals? Right. So this is the bit, if you've never been here before, this is the bit where this will indicate to you what I could help you with in a session. So this is usually quite specific. What's a soul retrieval that someone needs? So I usually just do 3 of them. What's a soul retrieval that somebody needs watching this live or on the replay? Male or female, divine feminine, divine masculine. Some random that's watching it isn't even a twin flame. Everyone comes to me as twin flames. Oh, it's a big mix of cards, so whatever. Financial discipline. So again, you might need some support with your finances right now. And you might be like, how the fuck am I meant to book the session if I'm having trouble with my finances? Well, it depends. It depends how much trouble you're having. If you want to book with me and I know you somewhat, you could pay something up. So maybe that's somebody that wants to do a package with me or something. But, so just know that I can create an invoice and you can pay it up, but I have to know you a little bit, you know what I mean? But if it's something like, however that fits, financial discipline. Like I said, I'm good at helping people with things like that. So however that speaks to you. I've already said things like that, I think. There's a song by the band Self Deception called Matthew McConaughey. Sounded like you were singing it. Really? I don't even fucking know it. That's hilarious. Yeah, I just always say, all right, all right, all right. Did they say that in the song? I didn't even know that. Oh, wait a minute. That card, I think it was the one where the guy's working too much. Yeah, it is. Look. So somebody needs a soul retrieval for overworking, letting go of urgency. So November could be significant. The 17th of November could be significant. The times 20 past 2, 10 to 2, 11:30, midnight or midday, 10 past 10. These are all the times I can see. Surrender, freedom, time strengths. But for me, that is the guy going, fuck this. That's the 10 of wands. Somebody's like, fuck this. I'm done. I'm done trying to pretend I don't feel this way. I've aligned my chakras. Power, truth, connection. But again, I feel that's because I'm asking about soul retrieval. That would be you coming, getting your chakras cleared, aligning you with your higher energy. If you're kind of a bit clouded and blocked off from hearing your guides and stuff, however that fits. Power, truth, connection. Right. So, what's the next bit? I feel we've already done this, but I feel I feel this is another message from the masculine. And this just feels like I needed to pull another message. Spooky, they do, yeah, they do. That is what's spooky about channeling. I've never heard that song, and yeah. I think it was important. Look, I just felt guided to pick them up. I know I crossed the line with you. So whatever it is that, all the people that resonate with this, whatever it is this masculine group have done, maybe it's only you and them know, maybe it's you, them, and other people know, but whatever it is, I know I crossed the line with you. So you see how that could also tie in with what I said about that's what I always find sad about that film. And again, it is because I specifically said, like, that's the bit I used to hate about when I was in touch with my twin flame. Like, I hated when he left in the morning. Like, and at first, when I was really young, I didn't actually work out why. I was like, why does it hurt so much when he leaves? Do you know what I mean? Because he was never my boyfriend. So I was like, he's not my boyfriend. Why do I feel like that? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I should be able to just be like, take my fake eyelashes off, wash my face, and not fucking bother. But I wasn't. I was just kind of like, oh, really fancy him. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and then as I got older, because we just shouldn't have been hooking up that much, because that's how feelings get involved. But anyway, we live and we learn, guys. But I'm only joking. I'm totally joking when I say that, because it's obviously part of my path. I have no regrets. It's how I learned to. It's how I learned too. But yeah, that's just the only way I can put it is. And then, like, one of the strongest memories that I've said that I do find funny was the strongest memory I have was after me being very drunk and don't know what the fuck I said to him, but I just knew I was going on about wanting to tell me how he feels. And yeah, and he left really early in the morning and he said he was going to play golf and I never fucking saw him again. And when I did see him, it was like from afar and it was really awkward. So do you know what I mean? It's kind of like but that's what I mean. That's why that always sticks out to me. Low battery, your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. Well, that good because we're nearly at the end. But it's kind of like I feel that's that's always my sign that this person's been unplugged from the matrix. But and that did come out. We're breaking free from the matrix. But yeah, do you know what I'm saying? There is just something about that. Like I personally couldn't do that to myself again. So should I ever be gifted with that moment of clarity, which would be better coming, I would really say before we go into another month, but there be before August anyway. Anyway, I'm not making any threats, but I'm just saying it's like this time's going on, it's getting worse and worse and worse. But yeah. This person knows they crossed the line with you. And that's why they need to come in humble. Is there anything else this person wants to say? Because I did pick up these cards especially for this, and I just forgot I didn't use them. We will be together again. Yeah, I feel that's what it is. This person is just getting the courage up because they know they crossed the line with you. So, whoever that speaks to, you're welcome for how intensely I channeled it. Sun in the 8th house. I do feel like I want to use some more of these. Let's use some more that I didn't use before I go. Yes, look, divine masculine, yang energy. They just keep saying the divine masculine is the divine masculine when they come to you. Tell us what we need to know about the future of everyone this resonates with. Expectation. I want to be all that you want me to be. I don't want to disappoint you. Oh my God, look how this fits. I haven't used this deck for weeks. I know you have a lot of expectation from me that I'm trying to stand for, but at times I feel so far away from that and I'm afraid to let you down or disappoint you. But that just fits with what I've just said. That is the expectation that you're putting on yourself. All that the divine feminines want from their masculine is the truth, the clarity, and to take them out of limbo. Is that not right, Beck? And everybody else that's watching but not, you know what I'm saying? Come in humble, drop the ego, and tell the truth. And an apology if it's your due one. Thinking. I am thinking about you at this moment. Thought of you never leaves my mind. No matter where I go, the songs I'm hearing reminds me of you. It makes me more vulnerable and thinks about you even more. I have faith and hope in our connection and on us. Oh fuck, the spelling on this is just so fucking annoying. I know you've been brought into my life for a reason and it's bigger than both of us. I know that we're destined to be together and I have faith on God that they will find a way for us. In God. Right. So kind of fitting with everything I've said though. Yes, in capital letters, exactly. That's a 50 Shades of Grey song. Capital letters. That's all I can remember. um, individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. So again, either you as a feminine have had controlling partners in the past, or you as a masculine have had controlling partners in the past, or you could have been controlling with each other, or you could have perceived to have been controlled. So again, like I've said the whole time, what I feel about the twin flame journey is it is about releasing control, you know. And if you've got a problem with that, I feel you'll be thrown lessons, like you will be given somebody that has got a wandering eye and whatever, because you have to, you've got no choice. You have to let them, you know what I mean? You can't control what somebody does. They're not yours, you know. Although we say your person, it's even when, and that's the thing, I think that's shown in the world. Even when somebody is your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, or wife, there's loads of folk that still go out and fucking act like they're not. So, you know what I mean? Just the sooner you accept that, the better. But I hope and pray for everyone watching this that you actually do find your person, your lobster, and you don't do that to each other. Because I think that's really sad when people do that to each other. Just pick the person that you want to be with, that you trust, and you're going to trust each other. I don't know what's so fucking hard about that, but it does seem to be for a lot of the population. You will meet a new love interest at a party or a night out. So, what's interesting about that is now this could be, because this is the past energy, you could have met this person on a night out or at a party, because I'm just thinking about that's how I met mine, was on a night out. But I'm also just thinking about these weird dreams I've had, that just be wary if there's new people popping up in your dreams or people from the past. It's things trying to knock you off and pull you off the path. So just be aware of it. Baggage. Emotional baggage can weigh down relationships, unpack it. And I feel that's the conversations are going to be coming with a lot of these connections. Boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. So again, I feel that's everything. I've said, look, window. Look all the windows in these cards. There's a window of opportunity coming. A new adventure in love is coming. Get ready. There's a new adventure in love coming with your person, for whoever this is for, all the people this is for. But it is an adventure, and it's also, it's a test of your own boundaries, your own discipline, having fun as well, because that's making it sound a bit too strict. But it's like you heard everything that came through, because it's just God and the guide speaking through me. There could be big commitments coming in the future too. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. But I feel it's just stressing everything that's come through. Love yourself enough to take it slow. And if this person loves and cares about you too, they will do that as well. Awareness, Scorpio, 16, the tower. Scorpio, though, 8th house, sexual energy. There's a lot of sexual energy. What the fuck is that he's got? I don't even want to know what that is that man's got above her head. But yeah, there's a lot of sexual chemistry here. But there's also a lot of intimacy. And every time I get this card, I'm like, do people like having baths together or something? Look, trust, they're in the bath. There's a lot of sexual chemistry, but there's a lot of actual, genuine intimacy. And there's a choice that someone's making. This says choice, Gemini. And he's peering at her through the window. Bit creepy, guys. But I feel it's the analogy of this person watches you in the spirit, and they could actually watch you. Like, you don't need to be doing stuff like this, although a lot of feminines are, but you could, you know, have social media and stuff like that if you're not totally unsocial like me. Like, I don't fucking have any of that anymore. It's so funny because sometimes I still get requests and I'm like, I'm not even fucking on it. I've not been on it for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I'll get emails and that. Like, it tells, that's the weird thing. I don't know if people realize that, but if people are looking at my old social media that I'm not on, it tells me. Literally not been on it. Not been on my personal one for like 10 years this year. Literally 10 years this year. And not been on my work one for 5 years. So don't miss it or regret it at all. Load of shit. Right. So what's going to happen with these connections? Because the battery is going to die soon, 7%. So something could happen in a week. or 7 hours. Very soon. Fucking hell. I thought I'd never say that. They told me to say it though. That's a bit creepy, isn't it? If something happens in 7 hours or a week, you better fucking come back here and tell me. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I could never pull that card and not remember this. Very quickly, because I've said this about a million times, but for the new people, this is definitely, that's not a coincidence, right? That's just reminding me. Every time I pull that card, it reminds me of that. I just don't always tell the story because, like, but the card actually doesn't come out that much either. But it's weird. I was just talking about social media because it basically, before I deleted my personal social media, like basically my Facebook, that was how my feeling is that me and my twin flame, sad as fuck, I know, like seriously, on my part and his, but that is actually how we got to see more of each other. Like, oh right, actually, we are more alike than I thought, or my God, he has actually got a side to him that he's not shown me. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking anyway. And then he would have seen more of my friends. But anyway, the point is, and then I pulled the rug out. I was like, fuck this, I'm off of here. And he knows why. Anyway, but it was the right time. There was a lot going on in my life, but I also didn't really want to see anything else. But basically, and as it is a load of shit. But the point is before that, like long before that, when it first actually surfaced Facebook, I put this I put this post up and it said, and it was, you know, it was one of these profound quotes, but it was something about, to get what it is you want, you first have to do this. Decide what it is you want, right? And he was the first person to comment, and he put, well, that would be that would be a start. I thought, well, he's fucking brave, isn't he? It was literally like the only time he's ever commented on any of my statuses, right? Because we didn't like each other's stuff. I never once liked any of his shit, and I didn't comment on anything either, right? I did put happy birthday on his wall once, and I was shitting myself, but I'd done it. And he done it to me too once, and I was very proud of him. I was quite shocked. And I was also miserable that whole day. Nobody could put a smile on my face. And then when he done that late at night, it was probably the happiest I've ever looked in my life. That's when you know you're a real twin flame. But anyway, and I had a lot of nice people that loved me in my life that done stuff for me, and nothing made me smile. That's sad, isn't it? And I know I'm saying it, it's not funny. Like that is what sticks out to me. That nothing, I felt like that low. Nothing. Oh my God, that's actually making me want to cry a little bit, guys. I think it is time to go now. That's the danger of this double moon and sun and whatever. But yeah, but again, that memory does make me laugh because I think on some level, subconsciously, like I wasn't aware that I was putting that quote up about him, but maybe I was and I didn't realize it. But it was just funny that he be a star, and I'm like fucking talking to you. But yeah, anyway, clearly decide what it is you want so that it comes to you now. That's what the masculines need to do. Decide what it is you want. If you want the feminine, then you need to be in alignment with that, and only you know what you need to sort in your life to do that. And if you don't want the feminine and you want to just live the life you're living or be with who you're being, then keep on moving. But all I would say is if you're a masculine and you're watching this, there's something no fucking adding up there, is it? Right. Um, right. New Earth energy. I just got pulled to the Lemurian guide. That's what I have been. You're welcome. Right, so I really need to hurry it. So 5%. If it cuts me off, it cuts me off when it's meant to. Well, Mike, you've done a good job. Don't die on me now. Right, so 7 hours is like what, just before 8 a.m. Yeah. So if somebody gets a midnight caller, although it's past that where I am, it's actually 10 to 1. But if you get a, yeah, Syrian missionaries, dream for the new earth. Time Time now for a magical life. I remember pulling that at Christmas and it kept reminding me of that film. It's a Wonderful Life, I think it's actually called. It's not, but you know what I mean? Now, actually, that film is about. I didn't know this until my friend told me, but that film is actually about the guy not being in a happy place, isn't it? And then it's like Oh, I don't know. You'll know more than me, but that could have some sort of meaning. Yeah, dream for a new earth. This union is part of the new earth. All these unions that resonate with this is part of the new earth. It's not been done before. Ellen of the ways, attune to the nature's signs to find your way. Follow your heart, masculine, because there's blessings beyond the soul path. You don't need to sacrifice your. Look at this. Honor all of life, exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. You've cleared your karma. That's what it is. You can have what it is you want now. The Palladian ships. Beam up your vibration, open up to star family. Dove of peace. Stay in the heart, all is well, be at peace. That's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit bringing this together. And that's quite funny because they're really, all that I could see was these words speaking out, divine presence. And I've really, again, the divine is always around me when I'm channeling, but look, we'll do fucking 24/7. Like I said, even when I'm not doing this, it's just, I'm constantly a channel. But the force of love and creation, divine presence. But you know what I'm saying? There was a very, very strong divine presence around tonight for some reason. Manifest. Look, it's time for crown chakra. It's time for this to manifest. Right. Boom, drop the mic. I'm finished now. That's what I said in the shorts. I said something about the crown chakra activations, the solstice, this new moon as well. But I feel this solstice in particular has like whatever light codes and stuff was pouring in. It's really brought a lot of masculines the clarity they needed to manifest this. Right to know, go beyond attachments, divine alignment. Oh my God, both cards say divine alignment. Co-creation, gratitude, joyful visions. Like this group of masculines can see how this can come together now. Breathing, but they could be nervous. Ground, feel sensations, purity, clarity, expression. Storm. Here we go. Twin flames in the storm. It's okay to feel it all. Cleanse, collapse of the old, realignment. Yeah, it's going to cause a storm. And I feel it's going to cause a storm because I feel it's got something to do with one of those cards about somebody needs to leave somewhere else. So again, that won't be for everyone, but. And I just mentioned Palladians, rising to Palladian frequencies. Sacred bond. That's what this is. This is the point. And isn't it funny that I'm going to go from this to watching Love Island and seeing all that kicking off? It's a sacred bond. And for sacred bonds that not everybody gets, you need to take the risk. Healing. Gentleness of love, realignment, and transformation. You are ready. Source self-embodiment. You're ready. Inspiration. Divine blueprint. That's what I'm saying. This is like some Avatar shit. This is like Neo in the Matrix. This is like, look, this person's like had major fucking light body upgrades. Because again, you know, the next time I do get the finger out to do a group Zoom, which hopefully more than Charlotte wants to join. I mean, as much me and Charlotte would have fun ourselves. It would be better if we had more than just me and Charlotte. That's what happens. I activate your crystalline energy, your chakras, you know, lit as fuck. The guides come in, God, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Jesus, whoever the fuck wants to join us, basically. Family of light, exactly. Look, they're telling you. Telos, Adama, Inner Earth, Etheric Retreats, Family of Light. I don't know until we do it because I channel in the moment. I know generally that the guides I mention all the time are going to join us because they're always around me. But that's how I'm always like, when I see other people being like, oh, it's going to be such and such, I'm like, how the fuck do they know that? And that's their thing. But all I can tell you is, I don't actually know unless they tell me beforehand. I don't actually fucking know because I work in the moment. I'm a pure divine channel and I channel it in the moment. So if that sounds your cup of tea, then join us because it is fun. Right, okay. And I did say that in the shorts too, actually, that I would like, oh, I've got 3%, but I'll just quickly fit this in. If you need to book, I said, Charlotte said, yes, please come and join. Yes, please do. So because again, yeah, I would kind of like to do the clear, the clear zooms where I teach you all about the clairs and stuff. Even if you know, even if you know about the clairs, it's fun because it's it is. It's just fun. I make it fun. You'd have to come and see. The mystery is you'd have to come and see to see what I mean. But if you don't know anything about that, it's fun too. The memories I've got from the ones I've done was people being like, "Oh, I don't know how to meditate and I can't meditate," and boom, I get you meditate and not only meditate and in touch with your loved ones in spirit. When maybe you've not been able to do that, or you feel like you need to be with a medium to do it. You know what I mean? You don't. You just need to be relaxed and trust. And people just make things harder than it needs to be. A little bit like what I've picked up with the somebody knows what they need to do. They just need to push through the fear. Because it's time. Everything is saying it's time. And again, if this is your message, you would know because everything, all the signs are telling you it's time. If that's not resonating with you, then it's not your message. That's what I'm getting from this. But yeah, but if you feel like you want to do that in a group, please email me and just sort of say, oh, I'd be interested in that, and I'll post about it. Even if I get like just a few people saying they're interested, then let me know. My ADHD makes it impossible to meditate. Beck, that is not true. I have got ADHD and a million other things. So that is a limiting belief. Come back the next time I'm on, which is tomorrow, so it's not far. And yeah, go to my playlist, right? That's got shamanic journeys, meditations, whatever, and promise me that before if you can come back tomorrow, or even if you can't come back tomorrow, the next day, just go and find one of them, pick one of my shamanic journeys, and then come and tell me what happened to you. And stop. Don't ever say that again. That's a limiting belief. Anyway, so yes, but thank you for joining me, and it was nice to meet you, Beck, and anyone else that didn't talk that might be new. And yeah, I'll see you for the Leo Fifth House live stream tomorrow. And like I said, I'll be in the membership from 7 o'clock, and we'll do a wee prayer circle. So if you want to join, it's not too late. Come and join the membership because you'll get your free cards as well. That, like I said, I'll do them in public when I do the live stream public at 8, or you can have them in private if you get them. So that's when you join from the second level upwards, and I usually do it at the new moon. So, but yeah. Anyway, apart from that, I'm going to get going because it's 2% battery, and I really want to watch Love Island, and I'm quite hungry again. So, but remember, hungry around here means something else, sexual energy. So I do feel that all the people that resonate with this as well, as I feel you're hungry for each other. But right now I'm hungry for peanut butter. See what I've done there? Right. Peanut butter and jelly, they go together. But they don't really. I don't